set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Patrick Queen able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
28.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get in. Under pressure, and down he goes. Patrick Queen able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Out of the gun now on third down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
1 yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. It's a gain of a yard.
We're scoreless after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now a handoff looking right. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. One in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now, I don't think they have any choice.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff looking right. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
He was brought down.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Aldrich Roses for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will make our score 9-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Jackson now. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Key 26, key 26. Report.
To throw again, Jackson. And he's got this down to the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Check three. He's checking.
They'll run it again with Barkley. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here's Jackson to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, 29 yards. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Rosas to add the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
16. Celtic Tigers, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Jackson's pass.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
At the 26-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Hey, report. Report. Hey, report.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Raekwon Davis. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
But they certainly got dented with that 1st down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
Looking right. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Rosa's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead to 3 scores now at 19-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Going to give this time to the tailback. He'll fight forward.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
For the running back.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they try the right side here. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
4-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And that one ups the lead to 22-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Report.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Open man Hamler, that's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
42-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Watch 86. We got time left.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to try and go deep again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Back at the 21.
Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
46-yard line.
A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. And you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. A quick toss out right. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Receiver the ball carrier.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 2 yards on that play. And the Dolphins are going to get a fresh set of downs.
First down, Miami.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand, taking a knee. And guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step.
Today's final score.
And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would imagine the post-game locker room